Oh, it's Rick Taylor.
What up, y'all? My name is Tyree Pope III. Shout out to Rap Draft.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Rick Taylor back with another episode of the Rap Draft. I got my dog Tyree Pope III here with me, man. What's going on?
How you doing, bro?
I'm pretty good, man. Here on the Rap Draft, we like to interview artists of all kind. You know, whether you're a rapper, painter, whatever art you do, This is the platform for you. And we basically like to just like ask questions and let the fans and the people who don't know you know more about you and what you do in a day in the life of your life. So with that being said, my first question for you is, where was you born and raised?
I was born in Milwaukee, raised in Milwaukee.
Okay. Now, where did you grow up in Milwaukee?
I grew up around here on like 42nd and Hampton. I lived there most of my life. And then in after 8th grade, I moved out to Waukesha. I went to Waukesha High School, and then I moved back right after college, pretty much.
Okay. Now, growing up, like, what was your childhood like growing up?
I'd say it was like mostly like filled with sports. Like I played basketball, football. I pretty much played sports the whole time. I did some arts. I went to Lincoln Center of the Arts in middle school, so I was always into the arts. So that's pretty much my whole childhood filled with basketball.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna be in the NBA for real.
Right. That's like me. I had hoop dreams. I started off playing basketball. I watched basketball, and I'm like, I really wanted to do it. And then started be like, okay, maybe it's a chance. I could probably do something different. But for the people who want to know, who is Tyree Pope III?
I'm a man of many hats, I always say. I do a lot. I write comic books. I say I'm mostly a writer, creator. I like to do things to help people become heard, just like you. I got my show Kickin with Tyree that I started in 2016, 2017. And that was always like, something I always wanted to do, to help people, like the unheard become heard. So that's kind of who I am. I'm a creator, writer, helper, pretty much.
Right. And I'm glad you brought that up because I like what you do, and your show is like, you give people a voice. You don't always go for like how I do. Like we don't always go for the most popular person. If you're doing something we see that is like positive and it's doing something good, and you feel like it should be like some light shed on it, then we're gonna shed light on it and give you a platform.
I always been that way. It's like sometimes you got to catch my eye for me to like really interview or like come out to interview. If you catch my eye, it don't matter who you are, I'm gonna want to interview you no matter what. You just gotta. Sometimes it's like a waiting process where it's like, all right, I feel like this is the perfect time for us to do an interview and we'll knock it out.
Right. Now, what was the inspiration behind coming up with your own podcast? What was the whole inspiration?
I had just switched over my major in college to film and TV, and I was kind of looking for a way, trying to find my way in that industry, that realm. So I was in like economics class, and the idea just hit me, like kicking it with Tyree, and I kind of wrote down like the guests that I would want on the show, and I just went after it, just started doing it pretty much like that next week. Like I met with my friend Lexi. We pretty much started doing it that next week. So it's like the idea happened, we just went with it and ran with it.
That's dope. And y'all been doing this since 2016.
Yep.
That's dope. Congratulations to that, bro. I've been following that show for a while, and then I'm like, this is dope. And then, I think I found out about it when I had my podcast, and I was just looking up other people's podcasts, just to make sure I do my stuff different, and just to see what everybody in Milwaukee doing is dope, bro. I want to congratulate everybody who has a podcast or a show or they interviewing or whatever they do, because it's giving people, and not just artists, but people, period, business owners, entrepreneurs, people a voice and a platform to tell their story on and like shed a light on Milwaukee, period, in the community. So congratulations to that, bro. Now, out of all the shows you did, out of all the interviews you did, like what was your favorite interview?
There's a lot of them. Like sometimes, like the summer of 2018, kind of all mushed together, all the interviews, because I used to do like 8 in a day. Like I just sit at High Five all day and just be like, all right, come through this time. And I have people coming in like hour like our coordinates. Like, all right, you come in at this time, you come in at that time. My favorite interview though that I like vividly remember, it never came out. It was with Trappy Smooth. It was out in L.A.
Trappy Smooth in L.A.
Yeah,
okay.
I lost the interview, but I'll never forget it. He was spitting gems the whole interview. I might end up like the reason I lost is because the hard drive fails and stuff like that. But if I end up getting that hard drive back, getting it fixed, getting it up and running, I will drop that because that's one of my favorite interviews. He was dropping gems about his life when he moved out there and now where he's going to, and now to see him where he at right now is always amazing. Another one of my favorite interviews is True West. That was like my first one I had back last year. And then I'm trying to think. His name is Marquise Mays. Another one. He was a good person to just sit down and listen to.
That's dope. Trappy Smooth, like, you know, I wanted to interview him too. I'm like, when I go to Cali, I'm gonna interview him because I'm guessing that's what you did in the Cali.
Yeah,
right?
we did it out in LA.
So, like, just listen to his story and stuff, just talking. I was like inboxing him and just congratulating him and stuff. Mm-hmm. Just hearing his story is like, you know, it's definitely like encouraging and like it's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you come, because people in Milwaukee, we know how hard, we love our city, but we know how hard it is leaving our city.
Yep.
Like, to just pack up and start over. That's anybody probably just moving, period. But to see people who really did it and, like, they're successful and they going through the motions, it's dope, bro. So, you know.
Yo, I interviewed him, like, right before he left Milwaukee. I interviewed him out in Oshkosh when I was still out there. And then I interviewed him while he was, like, probably, like, 3 years living there. LA, and then it was like, now seeing him is like, it's kind of crazy. I might have to interview him again just to get that third one in.
Yeah,
see where he at now.
Most definitely. Now, you said you write comics and stuff like that, which brings to my next question. I see you got a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is the name of your cartoon again for the people who don't know, and explain your cartoon?
So I have a comic book company called Fair Fight Comics. You can see it right here. So pretty much I've been writing these comics since I was a sophomore in college, and the name of the comic is Fair Fight Volume 1, and the name of the animation is Fair Fight the Animation. It's all based off the comics, and I'm kind of trying to move forward in that aspect, trying to get into the animation field, the TV field, stuff like that, making TV shows. And
that's dope, bro. Congratulations to that, because when I see that, I'm like, wait a minute, like, this dude got a cartoon? Because, you know, I had a character in my mind, like, it would be dope to do a cartoon, and that's when I seen you had it, I'm like, that's why I reached out to you. I'm like, that's so dope, bro. Congratulations to that.
Thank you.
For sure.
Man. Thank you to everybody who helped me get that. Yeah. So, like, it was a lot of people supporting me, helping me get that done. Shout out to Keenan, Justin, my cousin Gucci. It was just a lot of people just, you know, if I needed them to do a voiceovers, needed them to do this, they were just always down to do stuff. So it's like,
that's dope. Which brings me to my next question. Like, what was the process like of just bringing that to reality, that cartoon?
It actually came like from a random idea. Like, I always wanted to make my comic book into an animation. So I won the Carved in Stone Creative Scholarship last year, and I had some extra money left over. And I was like, it'd be dope to make like a 1-minute promo animation for my comic book. And then I was like, once I saw it come out, the dude sent it to me. I was like, oh, we making the whole thing. I'm going to attempt to make the entire comic book into an animation because this just looked amazing. I feel like we just got to keep it rolling. And that's just how it happened. I ended up putting up like a GoFundMe, not a GoFundMe, but it's called an Indiegogo for it, and raising all the money we could to get it made. So it was a blessing, honestly.
All right, man, that's dope, man. Because I seen that, man, I was like, wow. And it was good, bro. Like, it was really good. And it was like black cartoon, like his action, and it's like the voiceover was like nice, it was funny. It was creative, bro. And
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. We finished the whole thing, and now I'm just working on like finishing it, like putting the finishing touches from like a voiceover aspect. Is like we might have to go in and redo some voiceovers. So we like that close to getting it done.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. That's a process. Congratulations, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
Sure. Now, when it comes to what you're doing, like, what are your goals to like for what you're doing? Like, what are your goals like with your show, and then, like, is it going to tie into like the comics, or like what is your goals for period? What you want to do?
I just want to like achieve my dreams. Like I have individual dreams for each thing, you know. Like I want to make TV shows and I want to achieve the highest level of that. I want to make comic books and achieve the highest level of that. And I want to do interviews and, you know, possibly one day like a late night TV show or something like that. Just, you know, achieve the highest level of what I'm doing in each aspect. So Kickin' It with Tyree, if you notice, I sometimes take a break because it's like I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again, and I got to find what's that next, like itch. Like how do I step it up one more notch and get to that next level? So I'm always trying to get to the next level of everything and get to that highest level so I can, you know, be looked at, you know, like a Jimmy Fallon or like a John Ridley in that aspect, you know.
What's next for you?
Continue what I'm doing right now. I want to one day, like I said, do a late night TV show. I'm still getting my comic book business off the ground. We're going to be releasing 2 to 3 more comics this year, along with Fair Fight Volume 2. So we're going to continue building that, continue going on with that. And then TV, I plan on shooting a TV pilot this summer. We're just going to continue building on the fan base, the audience that we have right now. So
now that TV pilot, what is that going to be like? Is that for that cartoon, or is it going to be just something totally?
It's going to be something totally different. It's going to be similar style, I'd say, like that, like where it's like the same, like comedy and humor, but it's going to be something totally different. You know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what's up, man. I can't wait to see it and see the process of it. Now, when it comes to the city of Milwaukee, do you feel like you get a lot of support with what you do, like far as your show and your comics? Like,
I feel like I've gotten a lot of support, but it's like trying to get it into the right people's eyes, you know, like people support it because they know me and they know like what I've been doing for the last couple of years on it. It's like now I got to get outside of that audience that I've already built and try to build a bigger audience because people know who I am in Milwaukee, but it's like sometimes I feel like it's like a select group of people who know who I am. So it's like I'm trying to get outside of the audience and build a bigger one.
Right.
I feel like the support is there. You just gotta, earn it sometimes.
Right. Now, have you ever did music yourself before?
I went to school for like music production, but I didn't do music personally. Like I'll make beats once in a while, but I don't do music personally.
Now, what do you still do the beats or?
Yeah, I'll make beats just so I have like unlicensed music for my videos and stuff like that.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I get that. Okay, cool, man. That's dope, man. Like you're doing a lot of good things, bro. Like, and I'm like, that's what brought me to you. Like, I seen your show, then I just tapped in more, and I seen your comics and like your cartoon. I'm like, man, this dude's dope. And I've been hearing your name for a while, so I'm like, let me just tap in with him. So it's dope. Now, my final question for you is, I ask everyone who comes on this show, and it's important to me, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I see myself just achieving all my goals and keep working hard to, each goal, put everything into that goal. So I hopefully be running my own movie and TV production company and producing these TV shows, animations, and films. So that's where I see myself in the next 5 years, is on that road and achieving those goals.
Mm-hmm. Man, who knows, man? Because it seems like we're in the same boat. So like maybe we can like even link up one time, or sometimes and like even work.
Definitely, Redea put me on to you a long time ago with Slap City. So it was like she told me you was filming it like maybe a couple. Redea. Okay. It was probably like years ago. I texted her like this script, and she was like, "Oh, you should hit up." Dude, he doing Slap City. Like I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit him up, follow him on Instagram, and then it started to come out. I think I probably just forgot to hit you up, and it was just I started Slap City, started to come out. Amazing job on that.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. It's fun. Like we just started back shooting. Like this is a fun process, bro. Like it was new. At first, I didn't know what I was doing, but I'm like, I'm gonna just do it. Just like this, yeah. I'm just gonna do it. There's not really no.
You learn on the job.
Yeah, you learn as you go. There's not really no perfect time to do something. Just do it and learn. Yeah. Well, man, I thank you for sitting down with me, having this interview.
Thank you, bro.
For sure, and I wish you the best of luck because, like I said, you got some good. You're creative, bro. Like and I'm not just saying that. Like the way that you got your show and then you got your comics, like that's a first for me. Me personally, seeing someone especially from here, doing comics and turning into a show, actually a cartoon, like that's dope, bro. That's big.
I appreciate you, bro. It was a big step, and I hope everyone loves it once it finally comes out. So
I'm pretty sure they will, bro. Yeah. Well, like I said, I can see all that happening for you in 5 years, probably even like before. Depends on like, you know, who sees it, like what hands it gets in, and then also depends on you. Like, just stay in your lane, keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about what anybody got to say about you, and stay consistent. And the sky's the limit.
And persistence. That's God's plan, and then always got to stay consistent and persistent.
Right, the sky's the limit, my boy. Well, we appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you too, man. Shout out to Rap Draft. Peace out.